When our work becomes who we are and we derive our ultimate value and meaning from it, it runs the risk of becoming our God, the thing we worship, bow down to, and can become slaves of. I don't know about you, but I do not want to be a slave to work. I don't know about you, but hustle culture, it is exhausting. That is how burnout happens in like a month, okay? Hustling, hustling, hustling. For what? For fulfillment of the new shiny thing, because consumerism got you. And now guess what? Your finances all over the place. Okay, let me go ahead and just take a moment to step back and breathe. And that is what you need to do too, because I was into the busy season where I wouldn't sit down, and I would always say, like, I don't have time to read my Bible. I don't have time to pray. I don't have time to spend time with God. The reality was I just wasn't prioritizing God, and then I would complain that I wouldn't hear from God. But how can you hear from someone that you're not getting to know? Okay, the reason I started with this quote was because this quote is like bing, hustle culture, right? You're probably wondering, where is all this coming from? As 2025 ended and 2026 entered, one of my, I'm not going to call it a goal, one of my formations that I want to, take upon myself this year is to be more intentional with what I'm consuming. And that means less TV and more audiobooks or physical books, and of course, the Bible. And right now I'm reading a book called To Hell with the Hustle. And this book, so far, I'm only like one chapter in, has already been transformative. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of just like shook me a little bit. One, if you unpack it, it talks about how you need to anchor your identity before you start working. What I'm talking about is knowing who you are in Christ, okay? If you don't know who you are in Christ and you get into that 6-figure job, guess what, girl? You're probably going to misuse your money. You're probably going to misuse your time. You're probably going to be doing it for the validation, which comes to my second point. Don't do it for the validation. Do it for Jesus, okay? I'm talking about when you're doing it for Jesus, you're not going to be showing up to work like late every single day, because you want to show up late to the meeting with Jesus, right? Or at least you're not going to this year. I want to just invite you to do is to let Jesus interrupt your productivity. I know that you're busy, and you wear a lot of titles and you wear a lot of hats, but guess what? You need to let Jesus interrupt you, because sometimes him interrupting you is him telling you like, hey, take a breath. And sometimes we need that. Finally, I want to leave you with this. If your work is becoming an idol and you know this, confess it to God, because he will forgive you and he will redeem you from that. I tell you all